This is an avocado, a very versatile fruit. It's used in a variety of cuisines and has a surprising bonus. It's good for your skin too. They can be expensive, and here's why. Harvesting them is hard work. The world's largest producer is Mexico, where they grow nearly 1 million tons a year. But our journey begins in South Africa. During the harvest season, workers head for the fields armed with these collecting devices. Each pole is around 3 meters long, and on the end is a bag with a cutter attached. The worker will place the bag under the ripe avocado and pull the string at his end, which activates the cutter. The freshly cut fruit falls into the waiting bag below, and the worker can collect the avocados down at ground level. It's important not to drop them, as the buyers from around the world will only buy undamaged fruit. The harvest is then sent to this enormous processing plant. The first step for the fruit is a good bath to make sure they're clean and safe to eat. We just can't seem to get enough of the avocado here in the UK. In just 10 years, from 1994 to 2004, imports doubled from 15,000 tonnes a year to nearly 30,000. The quality inspector keeps a close eye on the produce and rejects any that have obvious damage or problems. Western consumers have very specific ideas about how a fruit should appear when they buy it, so standards have to be kept high. Any avocados that don't come up to this strict standard are sent to the reject bin, but they aren't thrown away. They're sent here. This enormous hopper contains all the ugly or undersized fruit, and because they're not good enough, they'll be crushed and boiled. The pulp is then squashed, and what emerges from the machine is a water-oil mix. Once separated from the water, the oil is a valuable byproduct sold to the cosmetics industry. Avocado oil acts as an excellent moisturizer and helps stop the skin from aging. The pulp that's left over isn't wasted either. It's passed out of the factory into a waiting tank. Every day, tractors arrive and take it back to the plantation, where it will act as the perfect fertilizer for the avocado trees. With only the best avocados remaining in the factory, the workers can now get about the task of grading and separating them. The key to the grading system is the avocado's weight, and this factory works with 6 different size groups. Each worker has to pack around 14,000 avocados, which is a delicate job. Before it can be packed up, there's one last test to undergo. This machine determines whether the fruit is ripe yet. Ironically, softer fruit is rejected. At this stage, they should be hard. In our modern world of mass production, fruits like these ripen on the journey to the supermarket shelf. Once the fruit is ready for shipping, the workers start packing. Each box needs to be filled carefully so the fruit doesn't get damaged in transit. The prepared boxes, which weigh about 4 kilograms each, are now sent to a giant fridge. Cooling the fruit slows down the ripening process like your fridge at home. This way it doesn't over-ripen during its long journey from Africa to our supermarket shelves. Enormous pallets of thousands of avocados are loaded into a gigantic chilled storage container. Meanwhile, a quality controller checks the fruit are chilled to about 6 degrees Celsius. When he's satisfied, the trucks are called in and the fruit pallets are loaded up. They're then taken straight to the waiting ships to bring them over to Europe, the USA and everywhere else in the world where they enjoy avocados. So whether it's served sliced or sauced, this exotic fruit that's often taken for granted is delivered to the dinner table thanks to an exhaustive industrial process.